Did you know that Bali is actually a cluster of 4 islands and is majorly dependent on its tourism sector? To understand and know more about Bali, let's check out the top-rated attractions here. Number 15. Sekumpul Waterfall. It is regarded as Bali's most beautiful waterfall. The Singaraja area, about 66 kilometers north of Ubud, is home to this undiscovered tourist attraction, which is actually a series of about 7 falls that cascade like long, misty veils over the lip of a lush. This is a fantastic excursion for those who love the outdoors and want to see Bali's wild side away from the tourist resorts. Number 14. The Sidemen Valley. Walking through the small towns is one of the highlights of a trip here. In this area, which is surrounded by farmland and rice paddies, the locals continue to tend to their traditional occupations. Other well-liked activities in this region include trekking, climbing, river rafting, meditation retreats, and taking part in cultural activities like dancing, carving, or traditional weaving. Number 13. Lempuyang Temple Complex. It was shot at Pura Penataran Agung Lempuyang, in case you've ever wondered where the famous Instagram photo of people at the gates of heaven was taken. Frequently referred to as Lempuyang Temple. In between the majestic dragon staircases that frame Mount Agong's cloudy peak, tourists gather to take photos. Number 12. Kuta Beach. One of the trendiest places to explore in Bali is this well-known beach, along with the nearby Legian and Seminyak beaches just to the north. Numerous cafes and restaurants line the beach, and vendors set up shop on the sand where you can hire surfboards, boogie boards, sun loungers, and umbrellas. Number 11. The Nusa Islands. The Nusa Islands are the most well-known trio of islands separated by a boat ride. The main activities here include surfing, snorkeling, diving, paddling, and stand-up paddleboarding. And the top sites are the stunning Dream Beach, Mushroom Bay, and the Devil's Tears Rock Outcrop. Couples who want a little more peace and serenity than they might find on the mainland should visit this location in Bali. Number 10. Besakih Temple. More than 1,000 years old and regarded as the mother temple for a good cause, Pura Besakih is the largest and holiest Hindu temple complex in Bali. The spiritual hub for the Balinese people is called Pura Besakih, which is truly a collection of numerous different temples. This temple complex is surrounded by lush rice fields and forests, and numerous significant festivals are held here. Number 9. Nusa Dua Beach. Here, you can relax on a cushy sun lounger with a cold beverage in your hand while taking in the sound of the gentle lapping of the surf on the soft white sand. You won't experience the same cultural influence as you would elsewhere in Bali. This vast length of the shore is home to some of Bali's most luxurious beach resorts. Swimming, surfing, parasailing, and sunbathing are some of the popular activities here. Number 8. Seminyak Shopping. The finest Balinese design can be found along the bustling streets of Seminyak, which is known for its extravagant designs and fantastic shopping. Leading merchants include Biasa, Magali Pascal, and Bamboo Blonde. The two main shopping centers are Seminyak Square and Seminyak Village, and Sea Gypsy is a well-liked jewelry store. Number 7. Pura Ulun Danu Bratan. One of Bali's most beautiful temple structures is the 17th century Pura Ulun Danu Bratan. It is located in the cool highlands of central Bali on a tiny island near the western shore of Lake Bratan. The best time to visit this renowned Hindu temple compound is in the early morning before the tour buses arrive. When cool mist occasionally covers the lake and the mountains beyond in the soft morning light, the temple is particularly beautiful. Number 6. Tegallalang and Jatiluwih rice terraces in Bali. The Tegallalang or Jatiluwih rice fields ought to be at the top of your checklist of locations to visit if you're a photographer. One of the most well-known locations to capture images of these iconic vistas and enjoy their timeless beauty is Tegallalang rice terraces. More than 600 hectares of rice paddies are covered by the Jatiluwih rice terraces, which are less congested than Tegallalang. These terraces are located along the hillsides of the Batu mountain range. Number 5. Ubud Art and Culture. The heart of Balinese art and culture is Ubud. The main patrons of the early modern Balinese art movement were the neighboring royal palaces and temples. Here you must explore the Agung Ray Museum of Art, Nika Art Museum, Setia Dharma House of Masks and Puppets, and Ubud Art Market. Number 4. Ubud Monkey Forest. If you're an animal lover or photographer, it's one of the best places to explore in Bali. A big part of the attraction is the evocative jungle setting where the monkeys roam freely, in addition to the entertaining troops of long-tailed grey macaques that call this place home. This beautiful coexistence of people and creatures is symbolized by the forest. Number 3. Uluwatu Temple. It presides over one of Bali's finest surf spots above steep sea cliffs. A picturesque path winds its way away from the temple's entrance past breathtaking vistas. The temple is only accessible to Hindu worshippers, but it's worth a trip for the scenic setting and daily 𝐁𝐀𝐋𝐈 dance performances at dusk. Number 2. Mount Batur. Hundreds of tourists start their ascent of Mount Batur's 1,700 meters every day in the early morning gloom of Bali. When they reach the summit, they observe the sun rising over the luscious mosaic of mountains covered in mist and the crater far below. This should be at the top of your list if you're searching for romantic things to do in Bali. Number 1. Pura Tanah Lot. It is one of the most esteemed sea temples on the island for the Balinese people. Every evening, hundreds of travelers make their way through from Kuta, Legion, and Sanur to see the sunset behind the temple. It's enjoyable to stroll the pathways while taking pictures and admiring the breathtaking scenery. With that, we've come to the end of our top-rated tourist attractions in Bali. Do let us know your favorite ones in the comment section.